We were out to dinner at Union Square Cafe. Daryl had invited me and this guy I was seeing to go out to eat with him and Celia. I'm pretty sure that Daryl never actually knew my name, though, even after they'd been a thing for a couple of months. Celia told me he said to invite that roommate of mine along. And she laughed at me. Maybe not at me, but it felt that way. At the table, he had his hands all over her. He'd have a hand on her thigh. He'd wrap his arm behind her back. He'd stop and kiss her beneath the ear. It was gross. He looked at my boyfriend and wailed, "Isn't Celia fucking gorgeous?" Daryl was not an attractive man. His nose was covered in blackheads. His eyes bulged like his head was in a vice. But every other sentence out of his mouth was some huge statement about how great Celia's art was, or how beautiful she was. I told her so many times, that man has you in a trance. You're eating that shit up. You'd never be with that guy if he didn't praise you every second of the day. If he didn't want to show your art. And that got her mad. She yelled, "What the fuck?" at me. I'm not shallow. I'm not this. I'm not that. And what's wrong with being appreciated for once? It was something to watch. Jealous of that situation? Are you kidding me? Look, I obviously wanted my work in a gallery, but not like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just like, you've seen this guy, right? No? You won't talk to you? Yeah. What were we even talking about? Union Square Cafe? At the restaurant, Daryl said, "Have you seen her fucking work?" He practically screamed at this guy I was dating. I don't even remember the guy's name, maybe Ryan, but I remember Daryl just yelling at him across the table. I don't think Daryl said more than hello to me all night. He was just talking to Ryan. Not even talking to him, talking at him. He drawled, "You ever read about Boys and the Coyote? You were probably in diapers then. It was 74. He sat in a cage with a coyote for 3 days. In a gallery just a few blocks from here. Just him and this fucking coyote. While he's eye to eye with this wild animal for days. Just mano a mano. Mano a animo. Boys is thinking to himself, this coyote isn't from New York. This coyote's ancestors came here from across the Bering Strait. This coyote comes from wolf blood. Wolf blood! It came here to the United States of America and changed its whole being. The landscape changed it. And Boys is thinking, I should bring the coyote back to Asia and watch it become a wolf again. He kept saying, I think it can go the other way. Celia's teaching me that with her pictures. It's not just the landscape that changes people. People change the land just by being introduced. No Michael Heiser plowing the land necessary. Celia's smarter than Boys, aren't you, sweetie? He squeezed her thigh hard enough to make her jump in her seat. And then he started singing. Daryl wants a gal who's dreamy. Daryl wants a gal who's creamy. Daryl wants a gal to call his own. Celia said, stop that. But she couldn't help laughing. I mean, I guess I couldn't either. I was horrified, but I still laughed. And he laughed super loud at himself. So loud that people 3 tables away stared. And then Celia said, I want to do something like that, though. I asked her if she wanted to sit in a cage with a wolf. And she said, no, I I want to do something performative. I want to make more of a performance out of my series so that I can more clearly capture the energy of the model. I think I want the audience to almost be involved. I'm thinking of Anna's rape scene where she had classmates go to her apartment to find her tied up to a table and covered in blood. Or Yoko Ono when she did cut piece and invited audience members to cut pieces of her clothes off on stage. Or maybe Marina Abramovic when she let the audience do whatever they wanted to her for 6 hours. She almost got shot. I don't want to do anything that drastic. I don't think it's necessary, but I want to activate the landscape more than I already am. I think that what I'm doing is it's getting too lost in theory. And most people can't see what I'm seeing. Daryl said, "Fuck 'em, babe." And she's like, "Sure, but I think it would be interesting to get a more definitive reaction from the model's presence."